for the very latest. Now, Heidi, good afternoon to you there. I mean, I don't know, delaying tactics or a fighting spirit, but it seems that Judge Tome is having none of it.
Most definitely. I think it is delaying tactics as well as a fighting spirit, because we do understand that Dudu Myeni is bringing in all these applications. Trial was supposed to start in October of 2019, that was last year, and it is the 29th of January, and only today has trial begun. But basically we saw Dudu Myeni bringing in 3 applications which were all dismissed, and then we saw 2 leave to appeal applications on those judgments for those first 3 applications that were brought in. So the judge is having none of it. This morning we actually saw Judge Tome as well as Dudu Myeni's legal team getting into a bit of an argument where once she handed judgment for this leave to appeal, it appeared as though Dudu Myeni's legal team was trying to introduce a witness or somebody to present some kind of statement from the South African Cabin Crew Association, and Judge Tome making it very clear that that's not the rules of the court, and a formal application needs to be brought forward, or they need to bring the specific member as part of the witnesses. So there was a bit of an argument, things got a little bit heated, but soon after that the judge made it very clear to the court that she will not bend over backwards any longer, and it is time that the trial begins. Soon after that we saw Alta with opening remarks, just basically setting the tone of what some of the witnesses will be testifying when they eventually do testify. We understand it might be tomorrow, or it might only be next week.
And of course we've also heard Wayne Duvenage just posting on social media that Alta is in this for the long haul, and it seems that because trial has now begun, Heidi, I mean, what is the lifespan of this trial? I mean, how many days or even weeks are we expecting it to go on for?
So we do understand that trial has been set down for 5 weeks. But what's interesting to Melo is the fact that Alta's legal representative, Advocate Carol Steinberg, has basically started off with an opening statement, opening remarks, where she's explaining how Dudu Myeni, who was the chairperson of SAA, abused her powers and basically amended the board's mandate and basically allowed them to be part of procurement processes instead of overseeing those procurement processes. So we do understand that in a specific matter, code sharing with Emirates, apparently that was set to go forward, and at the very last hour, according to the evidence brought forward by Alta, at the very last hour, Dudu Myeni said that deal must be cancelled because then President Jacob Zuma said no, they should not get into any code sharing. So some of those statements being brought forward by Alta, and that is of course something that the witnesses will of course attribute to and testify in their statements when we hear from various witnesses.
All right,